check to see if there's a notification posted. Yep. Alrighty.
I just got the notification.
Awesome. Alright, we are live. Hey everybody. We're doing Jake's
Hello there.
route.
I'm here. I am here.
It's you got Jake here.
This is how I talk. I don't have an actual voice. This is just how I talk. Totally. I don't have any other thing to do other than any other way to talk. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not John. I'm just Jake, right?
Yeah, that's the only character you voiced on our channel.
It's the only character
you've done
I voice.
Absolutely nothing else.
Nothing at all.
Also, apologies for everyone who watched the last one, since we're like skipping like literally half, because we did Terezi last, so we got Avarice, Radia,
Terezi, Nepeta, and Gamzee. Thank you to Terezi. You did Gamzee and Nepeta.
Oh, hello lads. Hi Sergeant Matuna.
Hello there.
Yeah, we did from Gamzee all the way to Terezi. Now we need Tavros through Jane, but we're gonna do Jake. We're skipping ahead a little bit due to scheduling reasons, and also just because it's fun. Might as well do it now. Is this a new song, or is this a recycled one? I think this is recycled, right?
Probably recycled.
Yeah, that's a shame. I would have loved to heard a new Jake song. All you wanted to do was make a new friend, and now you're running like hell from a giant white creature with two heads, each sporting a single garish eye. Kind of like a Cyclops, except with two of the one-eyed faces. So you guess it's like a duoclops? Whatever it is, it's angry as hell, and chasing you through a tangled jungle. You leap over a stand of ferns and duck under one of those big woody vines. Jungles always have. After befriending Jane, you ask for the names of for some of her friends. Not too many details. You just made that mistake with Solix, and it's just a little tantalizing friendship amuse Boche to get you started. Is it Boucher? You did Gamzee. No, it's old. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure, because it sounded like an older song, but I wasn't 100% sure. Specifically, you were interested in the friend that needed your help daily. Now that sounded like some fertile ground for a relationship. You kind of regret bringing it up though, because Jane got very flustered telling you about Jake. It's clear that their friendship with this guy is a topic of some sort of emotional turmoil. Well, who better to help sort that out than you? Everyone's friend! But instead of friendship, you've been greeted by a number of ferocious white monsters. Your garbled up brain offers that you probably pissed off this kid Seleucus, except this is Earth. Between the different planets, different universes, and the mess of timelines in your memory, you're having a hard time figuring out. You trip over a big tree root and land smack on your face into the dirt. You choke out on decaying plant matter, crawling down your throat. You roll over onto your back just in time to see the duoclops about to bring down one huge foot right onto your vulnerable body. Are you allowed to start over if you haven't even made a branching choice yet? You cover your eyes. Oh, nothing happens. After a moment of Olympic-level breath-catching, you venture a peek. You venture a peek. The duoclops is in pieces on the ground. Oh yeah, it's not there anymore. You hope that the thematic resonance offered it some comfort during such a brutal end. You scramble to your feet. Your future new friend Jake must have intervened to save you. You look around for him, but there's another swoosh noise and a glint of metal, and something inhuman appears right in front of the duoclops' body. It's him! It's a robot, a kind of cartoony one, with a shiny nail joints and big red anime sunglasses. It even has perfectly gelled metal hairstyle. Honestly, it looks pretty goofy, but it's also holding a katana and staring right at you. You think you saw something similar broken all over the floor of Equius' room, but it must be a battle robot, and you don't have the strength of your punchiest friend. All right, let's save.
Do you want the bad or the good one?
Let's start with the bad one first.
Challenge the robot.
Hell yeah. With a yell, you charge forward, waving your arms intimidatingly. It makes me think of the fucking clip. Was it from like SpongeBob, where like the guy is just like spinning his arms around and it's like I'm gonna keep walking towards you while I'm spinning my arms.
I couldn't tell you. I don't think that's SpongeBob, but I don't know.
It's from something. I don't remember. That sounds like a SpongeBob thing.
It sounds like a SpongeBob thing.
Yeah, it's a robot. It's not scared. The robot impatiently waits for your approach and strikes out with a swift motion, too fast to see. You crumple to the ground, your world exploding in pain. You huddle into a ball, waiting for the robot to finish you off. But it's not interested. It zooms away, leaving you to your agonies. And then a burst of lucidity available to you. You discern that he has kicked you in the chest, breaking several of your ribs. No problem. That's totally a survivable injury. You'll be fine. You're ready to get your friendship Katamari rolling again into no time. You're just gonna lie here for a bit first. Just to gather your strength. Just gonna lie here. Too injured to run, surrounded by ferocious beasts and leaking delicious aromatic blood. Just for a minute or two. Monster Pate.
I told you, it was the bad one.
Oh, that was really quick. Okay.
Yeah, I will tell you that. Oh, I love the glasses. The glasses are a part of it.
He's just lurking in the darkness. Okay. Start.
No, you have to hit low.
Fuck, you right. Okay. And then do not. You default to your old standby, cowering. You shrink back, hands raised into a vulnerable symbol of whoa now. Shit. No horse pun intended. For some reason, the thought of Equius and the presence of this robot are making your brain go right to horses. Suddenly, a shot rings out behind you. It sounds so stupid that you almost don't believe it, but it's true. Who's shooting a gun at a robot? The robot makes a little startup noise and raises its katana into a ready stance. A player of green and khaki? Oh, khaki. Khaki.
Cocky. Green and cocky.
Green and khaki charges out of the jungle and tackles the robot full in the stomach. It doesn't fall to the ground. Instead, it just puts the kid a human? You can now
the kid a human?
It's the kid. Oh yeah, the kid, a human. You can now see, so probably this Jake guy, into a headlock. He struggles lashing it with his elbows and kicking it with his ankles. The robot proceeds to beat the kid up. There's no reason to describe it in detail. It's unpleasant to watch. It makes you feel really bad. You didn't even know there'd be the polar opposite of Equius, but this kid is it. The robot is super effective against him. Cock. You have to stop it. There's too much action for you to get close. Even if you could reach Jake, there's no way you could zap him out of there without bringing the BattleBot with you. Except, things have been weird lately. The accepted rules of your power no longer seem so inviolable. Maybe you can just do it? You close your eyes and think really hard about bringing Jake with you. Oh, there he is. When you open your eyes, a young man stands in his bedroom. Wait, is it Jake's birthday? No, what? You shake your head in concentration. Anyway, you manage to bring Jake, and only Jake, into the house. He stands there clutching... Oh, is this a new song?
I think so.
I think this one's a new one. Okay. Clutching his hand and panting, recovering from the robo beatdown. The guy's bedroom is covered in movie posters. It's hard to even see the shape of his walls. The floor is littered with weaponry. A lot of the kids you've met seem to live like this, basically lounging around in piles of detritus, parading to their character-defining interests. Anyway, it's clear to anyone who sees this room that he absolutely fucking loves movies and guns. You don't need to waste any time on the exposition here. Jesus Christ.
You see what I mean?
Jesus Christ, this is his first slides. Jeezum.
You go right over there, my Jeezum, you go right over there, my chromatically challenged chappy. I hate it.
Chromatically challenged. Okay. You're fine. Jake is the one who seems hurt. That robot really did a number on him.
I'll say, confounded thing practically never doesn't do a number on me. It does so many numbers, it's one short of a standing off. I almost said that wrong.
Oh god.
I'm just glad I could be there to help. You know, life is always just a smidgen easier with a bro's helping hand firmly placed on your behind. With a friend behind you is what I mean to say.
Oh, sure. Jake doesn't really seem fazed by any of this. Not the alien monsters on his island, not your presence, and not his ungainly defeat at the hands of an anime robot. Not even by your teleporting him around.
Well, sure, my good buddy Jane told me you might drop by. And honestly, I've been chomping at the proverbial bit to beat you, old fella me.
Grammatically challenged is a perfect line.
Old fella me lad. I'm sure Janie showed you a good I haven't gotten this before. I'm sure Janie showed you a good time, as she is a stand-up host and a top-notch friendo, an absolutely wonder wench, and no doubt about it.
Jesus Christ.
But gosh, I've just been so gung-ho about a brand new personage around the old digs. Get it? I live in a ruined temple, so it's literally digs.
Oh, Makar Gaming popped in the chat, saying, Nani?
Nani?
It's anime time. And also, it's adventure time. Spelunking.
It's English. It's English time.
It's the English hour.
Nudges you with meaningful elbow and gives you a hearty raising of the brows.
Did he just say that out loud? He did. Well, here you are, ready to show around the ruined temple. Where to first?
Oh, let's not actually go there. You know, I'm no stranger to danger, but there's nothing like a man's familiar four walls to give him a feeling of peace and quietude. We'd better head out for a bit. Just a tactical withdrawal whilst my rubber buddy did the usual munch and are out and about. I hate everything about this.
I've been bumping into the word menagerie way too frequently.
I know!
Right, the monsters. You can't help but notice that this is the same island where Jade lived, but instead of one big white creature custodian, like Beck, Jake has lots. Trying to be culturally sensitive, you tell him that he must have been nice to have such a big family. Jake looks perplexed.
I reckon it must be nice. I can't say I've ever had one, though. If family is what you're looking for, you couldn't have picked a worse place to mount your search. There's about as much familial spirit in my locale as cows in a cornfield.
If you remember what happened. Jake said things like that. Yeah, he did. It's just... I
know he did, but this is excessive. Like, come on.
It's really weird seeing it just, like, focused into, like, one, like, long string. Because, like, when he's, like, playing off of other characters, I feel like I don't know, it's not as much.
Manageable.
It's manageable, yeah, exactly.
Which is to say, there's simply none to be seen.
Ah, shit. You misinterpreted things. So Jake really does live here alone. That must be hard.
I'll say, as another of my friends could tell you, there's nothing worse than being a teen stranded alone in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. My grandma used to live here with me, but she died long ago.
You think of your friend John, or rather his corpse, standing ceremoniously in Jane's living room. Same house, similar kids, same island, mysteriously dead grandma. It's not hard to put two and two together and come up with your dead friend Jade. It's a gut punch, even though the inexorable... What the fuck? Inexorable passage of time means that, of course, you could zap to the future and visit time periods where all of your friends are dead, if you wanted. I guess it's kind of what you did for your old friends by skipping forward so many years on Alternia. Haha, wow, you're kind of starting to hyperventilate about this. You focus hard on Jake, trying to pull yourself together. Luckily, he doesn't seem to have noticed anything wrong with you. Jake seems to kind of like the person who doesn't have a room in his... Oh my god, doesn't have to have room in his head to talk and notice other people at the same time.
But I try not to complain. After all, things could be worse. I have all the cans a boy could ever want to cook alive. I get to romp in the pumpkin patch to my heart's delight.
Romp in the pumpkin patch.
Plus, the silence the perfect setting. The perfect setting for one of the coolest things in the world. You ready for this? That's right, adventure. The thrill of discovery, the frenzy of battle. It's the most fulfilling diversion of them all. Why, no boy of a sound disposition could feel sad about his perpetual isolation and the deadness attribute of his family members when the whole dark teeming dungeon... Dungeon? I messed up jungle of all the words there. Jungle. When the whole dark and teeming jungle is available for his dauntless exploration.
Wait,
I'm
damn.
surprised I got all those words.
Wait, yes, information, the rest of the people that have... Okay. Is that really what he thinks? You can't just help but remember about 30 seconds ago when Jake said he didn't want to go out into the ruins. Actually, I'm really curious. I want to see who... Oh shit, wait, are you sure you want to turn? No.
No!
I wanted to see the credits. I want to see who wrote... Who did...
Hello?
Hello? Oh,
Hello?
hello? Magdalene Clark. They're the writer for this episode. Okay. Alright. You're no problem, Sleuth, but Jake's room looks pretty lived in. Not to mention the quantity of movie consumption suggested by his decor. You're about to respond with, there's a horrendous clatter from... You're about to respond when there's a horrendous clatter from down below. Jake freezes. A small animal caught in the headlights. You suspect that the headlights are the red anime glasses. God damn it. Let's wait on Carkles. But yeah, to everyone in the chat, I'm actually just kind of curious. Who's your favorite, like, alpha kid? Because I feel like the popular go-to answer is always Roxy.
I'm back. Hi.
Hi. All right.
Roxy's my favorite alpha kid.
Roxy's great. I feel like she's like everyone's favorite. I like Roxy a lot. Yeah. Jake freezes like small animal in the headlights. The headlights are the red anime glasses variety.
Oh, fuck buttons. The Metal Maverick makes his return. Listen, you look like a Look, you look like... I read rum-cumster.
Rum-cumster. The cum
Listen, you look like a... Listen, you look like a rum customer with your primo getaway sticks. Fleeing is probably our best option.
You don't get it. The last guy who you knew made a habit of consorting with the battle bots, always bested them handily. Why would Jake make something if he could... Why would Jake make something if he couldn't beat?
Whoa, jumping Jessaphat. Jehoshaphat?
I guess?
Whoa, jumping Jehoshaphat. I'm touched by your high opinion of my robotics know-how. No, I didn't make the robot. My best buddy did. He's a genuine whiz with the tech of all kinds. And a real thoughtful guy, even though sometimes I wish he would just apply some of that big brain box to helping me out just a touch more. He couldn't be here himself because of the physical limitations of time and space, so he sent the robot to train me. It's really nice if you think about it. I mean, at first I thought I was somewhat overbearing and unnecessary, but after Dirk explained it to me, I got it that it was all his way of being nice. I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. That's nice.
It's just his way of being nice. Yeah, I like Jake because of his John-like nature. Yeah, he's got that, like, kind of prankstery, but, like, sweet
pip, cheerio,
attitude.
Kill me. Jake is the kind of person that has a dictionary built into his brain.
I feel like that's the majority of the Homestuck characters. They're just like walking thesaurus.coms.
Yeah, thesaurus, yeah.
His best friend sounds...
Not everyone is as lucky as me to have 3 stalwart compadres to brighten their day when they live alone on a murder island. When you think about it, I'm just the luckiest gent who was ever stranded in the Pacific with a parcel of ferocious monster and a killer robot.
You guess someone could say that, if that someone was Jake? Another harsh sound from below reminds you of the urgency of the situation. You could easily teleport the two of you out here, but, well... The creepy biotech chittering noise of the drone still echoes your memories. You've had some bad experiences trying to escape a killer robot with his eyes on a friend. Escape via teleportation seems like a temporary solution at best. Sooner or later, Jake's probably gonna have to face the robot. Is there some way you two acting together can take it down?
Ah, you don't understand. It learns from your actions. Anytime I've even started to get the jump on that dad-burned chrome ass sucker. Dad-burned chrome ass sucker. It just turns out... Hey, I didn't get to read that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was reading the chat. I got distracted. Fuck. Oh, wait. Sorry, my fucking scroll wheel.
Dad-burned chrome ass sucker. That one.
Okay, this. Yeah.
Anytime I've even started to get the jump on that dad-burned chrome ass sucker, it just turned around and given itself a thorough school feeding on the top of kicking my sweet Pippy. I hate it.
Bippy.
My sweet Pippy. If we fight together, it'll just learn how to fight two people. And when you leave me all by my lonesome, I'll be up shit creek with my nary a paddle to be found. Also,
fucking, for y'all who didn't see, Carples here was the one who did the cover of...
Hi there, I'm English.
Yeah, that. It was very good. Yeah, so if you saw that, it was posted, what, Wednesday, I think? Yeah.
I think that was posted whatever day that the Pesterquest was posted.
I think that's Wednesday then, yeah. So,
where in the ever-loving fuck is my phone? Found it. It's like that robot in The Incredibles. Except instead of being an absolutely fantastic work of cinematic art, it's my real life.
Jeez, Creasem! Jake's friend is among one of the worst gift givers you've ever seen.
Jeez, Creasem. That's just one thing we can do if a hasty retreat isn't what tickles your biscuit. If we could find a way to turn on novice mode, it'll be easier to deal with. I usually don't do it, but I hate to subject a guest to the violent vicissitudes of a robotic rascal.
I will say though, this fucking song is great. Really love it.
It's pretty great. I just can't remember how it's done.
Oh, okay. So at least this friend included an easy mode. You were starting to think that this guy was one of those gamers. We thought easy modes cheapen the experience. It does.
Yeah. But
if he designed the thing with a novice mode, maybe he can remind Jake how to trigger it.
The quality's getting lower and lower every second.
Oh no!
Like everything looks fine except for like the text right there. I can't read it right now.
I can imagine that. I think the server is set up to US Central, right?
Yeah, which should not be the case. I live in the East.
Okay, let me make sure to like fiddle around with that. Settings.
Well, I have to admit, you've really put an achromatic digit right on the crux of the matter here. Matter there, amigo.
Give me a moment.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, it is set to US Central. Let me set it to East.
Woohoo! That should make it better.
We both live on the East.
Alrighty, let's go.
Alright. Okay. Here we go.
Straight is a bang-up bro, and I won't utter a word against him, but he really doesn't like to offer help. I imagine hell. Oh, hell. I imagine he'll think it's my fault for getting in the first place, and he probably won't want to give me an answer, because then I won't learn the lesson that I shouldn't be so forgetful.
That rap song was glorious. King, that's not my phone. Tie between Solix and Aridin. Why not Aerosol? These the best of both worlds. Wow, okay, you're starting to form a tentative opinions about this Strider guy.
That said, buddy-o, I think you've stumbled onto quite the slick solution to our woes. There's no shame in a brave adventurer asking for help when he's well and truly fucked. Maybe we can find someone willing to offer us their casa as a temporary abode.
Oh, sure, you could do that. Maybe Jake could message Jane? Although, now that you think about it, given how Jane talked about Jake when you were there, it seems cruel to spring them onto something like this onto her. With so little lead time to prepare herself, you don't want to fluster her too badly. You quickly backpedal, telling Jake that Jane seemed too busy when you were there last. Is there anyone else?
Well, Roxy's probably zozzled by now.
Zozzled.
Zozzled. Zozzled.
Zozzled.
You know, pig-eyed, on a toot, tying one on, deep in the giggle water, 3 sheets into the cold Norrister.
Giggle water.
Giggle water.
Oh, wait, she's drunk.
Bingo was his name-o. Name-o?
So, this
Bingo
is
was
a
his name-o.
this is a common thing, and she's Jake's age? You don't want to make any assumptions, but that sounds, well, concerning. And also, familiar? You remember, like, it feels like a long time ago, helping a girl symbolically trash her mother's liquor collection. Of course, alcoholism isn't that rare, but still, you're starting to feel like there's something strange all about the convergent circumstances. Anyway, was Jake sure his friend is okay?
Oh no, it's nothing like that. Roxy's just a fun and wacky gal.
She's just an underage alcoholic. It's fine.
She's just an underage alcoholic. It's fine.
It's just fun.
Don't
It's
worry about
quirky.
It's perfectly fine. It's very quirky. Sure, she dabbles in the devil's drink, but she always seems to be having such a good time. I wouldn't want to make any unfair assumptions about it.
Somehow this fails to make you feel better.
I guess asking for Strider for help is our only option. I just know he's going to be a complete pain in the keister about it.
All these guys are fucking, like, enablers.
Okay, I mean, to be fair, if Roxy is zozzled by now, that sounds like a fun time. And a fun conversation.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like putting Jake and Roxy in the same room while Roxy's drunk off her ass, that sounds like a funny conversation.
I really want to see what that would, like...
I do too.
Just, like, maybe, like, she would, like, show off all of her inventions and, like, her mutant cats and stuff. I don't know. It seems like it'd be fun.
I'll have to butter him up like a morning muffin. Are you any good at manners of persuasion? Butter.
Yikes. You won't understand where this kid is coming from, but you're reaching your limits here. Is that really all friendship? Is that all the friendships Jake has? If so, it's bleak. There's clearly some kind of feelings-based train wreck on the horizon for him and Jane. His friend Roxy is obviously having a crisis that Jake pretends not to see, and his friendship with Strider has more red flags than the People's Republic of China. Jesus Christ! I was not. I was. Well, yeah.
I don't think anyone was expecting that.
Man, I can't wait for this game to get fucking banned in China now. Jesus.
What is this? What does this consort have? No, why does this consort know so much about like about the like hell?
It's very timely.
Why does he know anything about China?
I mean,
this is a consort, right?
Right? Kind of. Yes. No. Because okay, so the MSPA reader was like introduced. Okay, so like when MS Paint Adventure started, we had like Jailbreak, right? And
yeah.
The gag in that was that, like, one of the endings is, like, basically the main character dies and it restarts, like, kind of like a video game life. And the first way he dies is that he goes to a stump and, like, kills himself. And then the second time, there's a harpoon that lands onto the stump, and then he kills himself again. And the third time, the gun does not have any bullets in it. So, literally, it's just, like, the MSPA reader is just supposed to be, like Hussy's little stick figure art style. And then the what would they be? Like, I guess like the Prospidians and Dursites are meant to be like that art style basically. So it's like
that's fair.
It's the other way around, I guess.
Okay. Let's head up. Let's head forward.
Yeah. Is this what Jake is willing to put up with? Just for companionship? He just pretends he doesn't see huge issues in his friendships just to keep the peace? Is this what it looks like when someone is so indiscriminately hungry for affection that they're willing to go along with anything to get it? Fuck, that cut deep.
Damn, he just deconstructed the entirety of Jake's character.
You've had about enough. You tell Jake that he can't stand this anymore. This life he has, it's not good. Not even close. He lost his family and he's scared to leave his house. His only company in real life is a robot that's programmed to hurt him, and he thinks it was a gift. He seems unwilling to face glaring flaws in his closest friendships. And all this might be hard to say, but this all be hard and sad, but he can't be helping Jake to be so deep in denial about it. He can't just cover it up with cavalier optimism. There's no way that this is the best way for him to live. You understand that it must be scary when there seems to be structural flaws in every one of Jake's support pillars, but addressing them is the only way anything's gonna get better. because this hiding out in his bed. Jesus Christ, it's like a fucking therapy session.
I know, it's fucking. I hate it.
This hiding out in his room all alone, just pretending he has the support need, is not sustainable. So don't say this part, but if he keeps going along with other people with what other people want him to be, you're scared for what's going to happen to him as he grows up. That can't lead anywhere good. Just after that rant, Jake stares at you, aghast. You start to feel bad. Yes, he probably needs to hear those things, but you could have guided him more gently. You're usually an expert encouraging people slowly towards emotional growth, but this kid really got under your skin. But then Jake's face crumples.
I love the reference to Homestuck Square right there. I love it. I love it so much, because, like, it really does. Like, the signs were there, like, him... What happened to him? It's not a surprise. No spoilers to anyone who hasn't read it yet, but go read it. You're absolutely right.
Oh.
I am lying to myself. I manicure the image of myself as some brave adventurer, but I don't go out to the ruins unless I have to. And I suppose on some level I have suspected that things with Jane and Roxy and Jack weren't exactly Jake.
Wait, what?
Oh, it's like a word. It's a word that means. It's just plain English. Jake English.
Oh, that's cute.
Anyway. I guess I didn't realize how serious it was, how much I was really ignoring. Gee fucking Willikers. It's not easy to hear that all this came... Gee fucking Willikers, it's not easy to hear that all this came across loud and clear to a complete stranger. That really makes me feel low.
Frowny face out loud.
Frowny face. But I guess as for a truly brave gentleman, the only thing to do is to try to do better from here on out. It's scary, but I do want to be the kind of person who's honest and forthright. A real hero. If I'm not doing that, then I need to figure out how to do... I'm gonna need to figure out how to do that. Holy smokes, you've really opened my eyes, MX Mystery... MX Mystery... I think that... I feel like that's supposed to say Mr. Mystery Friend, but it's...
Yeah, it's probably a typo.
Mr. Mystery Friend, you've really got a knack for spotting problems. Do you think you could stick around to help me do better?
It's like asking the sun if it minds shining. Helping people confront their buried issues and come out of it changed for the better? Why, that's the very thing you've desperately latched on to, giving your life some kind of purpose. But something about this feels off. Was your rant really all it took to change things around for Jake? Did you really just fix him? It doesn't seem right. Definitely not good pacing anyway.
I mean, yeah, but that was Homestuck.
Jake just looks at you with big green puppy eyes. You should have to make a choice. Ooh. Interesting.
This is, we're at a point where we're so far into this, yet this is our second choice. Do not. I don't know.
I feel like agree to help is like the obviously good one, so I feel like that's going to lead to the bad end. I feel like that's usually what it is that it's like...
Makes sense.
Of course you're going to help, Jake asked, didn't he? You think your old bag of friendship tricks, encouraging him to talk to people about his feelings, it'd probably be good. It's a little complex. He has 3 different relationships with these kids, all with their own set of problems. And you're not convinced that Jake is really up for confrontation yet. Your best bet is to probably forging unlikely connections throughout your powers of teleportation and friend matchmaking. You think proudly to take the time and introduce Daria to Tyzius, someone who struggled with their questions Daria was facing, but found a more constructive solution. That's what you need. Not someone similar to Jake, but a good foil. Someone who will be able to call Jake on his avoidance. You need the ultimate pull-no puncher, an expert in tough love. You need a Vriska circuit. You ask Jake if he might take the initiative to introduce him to another one of your friends. Someone who has a kind of take-no-bullshit approach that he needs to cultivate. Someone who can really help.
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely. Lead on, buckaroo.
You clap your hands, mainly onto his shoulder, and zap over to Vriska.
Oh, this can't be good.
Oh no.
Oh, have Vriska. Let's see if we can get Vriska here.
Oh my. Shit.
Who's Vriska?
I'll do it, I guess.
Who is our Vriska though?
It's Crab. I think Crab's busy with birthday stuff today. I can
just at Crab, be like, hey, you want to read a couple lines real quick?
Where is it? Crab. Hey, wanna read Vriska really quick? Oh boy.
Let's go forward until we get to actually Vriska talk.
Okay. You expected her to be in her hive, but when your field of vision clears, you're at the beach again. You've appeared in a diplomatic distance away, not right up in her face. Vriska is walking down the beach, hands in her pockets, occasionally aiming a disinfected kick at a piece of trash. It's really weird though that like every time that we see Vriska, it's like she's in her roleplay outfit, even though it only really made sense for the first time we bump into her. I don't know. You call out to her and wave her over. Her face splits into a grin at the sight of you. You give a warm glow, like you've befriended someone's mean cat who never gets along with visitors. Maybe more like someone's mean mountain lion?
This is my... We gotta see if...
Yeah, I don't... Is Crab even online? Yeah, they're online.
Away.
They're away. Okay. Yeah. Hey there.
Oh my god, no.
Hi, Vriska. What is she doing on the beach? I came here looking for stupid fish friends. Terezi and I need an explosive device for a thing, and as much as I hate to admit it, Emperor isn't bad at making them. But he's not even here. I can't even find him the one time I ever want to see him, ever. Figures, my so-called friends leaving me to do all the work again. It's really a kind of self-starter energy that Jake could really learn from. Oh god, this is no good. Vriska does not have a good track record when it comes to pages. Speaking of,
oh no!
You start to introduce your friends to each other, but when you turn to Jake, he's frozen. His face caused an expression of shock and wonder. Maybe you should have mentioned your friend was an alien? You keep forgetting to mention things. Oh no. Oh no.
It's a blue girl. Oh no.
As you look at him, Jake rallies, snapping to a bunch of ramrod posture. You half expected him to salute. He opens his mouth and speaks, then shuts it. You can talk to her. You prompt. It's okay.
Yes. Righto. Holy smokes, I'm ruffled as a baby's bonnet to meet you, Vriska. Miss Vriska. I'm poised and trembling on the lippy pit of knowledge, just ready to fall into the expected abyss. I'm happy to learn whatever you can teach. Although I must say, when my pal here intimated they had a friend who could help, I didn't expect you to be such blue and spidery persuasion.
Of course. Why would anyone be anything else when they could be blue and spidery?
You have a solid point there, my extraterrestrial associate. I hope you'll pardon my candor, but a real gentleman doesn't hide from the truth. You may be the coolest girl I've ever seen in my entire life. Clear's nervously hoping he didn't overstep.
How has this interaction never happened in canon? This seems so obvious.
It seems so obvious, but it's so great.
Well,
oh, I know how. Because Vriska was fucking dead when we got to jail.
Well, I mean, like afterwards when they brought her back through the power of retconning.
But at that point, it was at a point where she was just, she was basically shipped with John. So it really never got to that point.
Well, I can't say that I'm surprised to hear it. Feel free to keep listening to things that are awesome about me. Despite his professed admiration for Vriska, however, Jake isn't listening.
Hang on, wait, technically the only other girl I've seen was my grandma, but you know what I mean. It's kind of disrespectful to refer to one's own grandmother as a girl, so I didn't mean her. Gosh, I seem to be rambling. Well, I hope this is a radiant exemplar of the kind of being true to myself I hope to cultivate as a regular habit from here on out.
Also, Matuna did mention, Matuna in the chat mentioned that Jake did talk to Arania, and like he did have a crush on her, but it's like...
Yeah, that was the thing. Jake had like dreams where Arania would invade his dreams. That was like a whole...
Yeah.
And because Jake was going to the dream bubbles long before because the page was dead. That was a thing.
Blue
Arania...
ladies.
I think it could be very brave just to keep being yourself, even when things feel awkward. Don't you think so?
Oh, wow. There's so many things wrong with that. I don't even know where to start.
Oh, doggone it, really? This is why I need your help, Vriska. I didn't see anything wrong with any of that at all. Here I am, going around thinking what I'm saying to everyone is tickety-boo. And it turns out all been a load of cattywampus fiddle-fodder.
Cattywampus fiddle-faddle. Jesus Christ, they really had fun going hog wild.
They did.
Wait, she's like 3 years younger than him. How is she equal height? Trolls be damned. Yeah, that is weird. Why is it that they like aged up?
They're not equal height. She's
a little bit shorter, yeah. Just
and like,
bad.
I mean, to be fair, if you think about it, like this is a normal thing that I don't know.
Yeah.
Girls grow faster first.
Yeah, girls tend to grow first.
Oh man, this is the nicest present anyone's ever gotten me.
She's addressing you now, ignoring Jake's question. A predatory shark smile spans her pointy face.
You must know things that are getting bad with you're getting bad with Tabris. In a different way than usual, I mean. He's just kind of stopped responding in the same way he did before. Not even because his fakey fraud confidence. He just says no good can come from talking to me. So, you brought me a new nerdy loser. This rules.
Her track record with Paige is about to show.
Well, that wasn't exactly what you expected. Although now that you think about it, why didn't you expect this? Pretty much anyone could have seen this coming.
Yeah. Hey.
Except Jake, of course.
I may have my little quirks and quibbles, but that doesn't mean I'm a loser. If you weren't a lady, I dare say such slanderous language would earn you a one-way ticket to Fisticuffs Island. Which, now that I think about it, is more or less an appropriate moniker for my permanent residence. How do you like them, Granny Smith apples?
This is hilarious. I've never met anyone who makes me feel so good about myself. I'm so lucky to be cool.
I hate it. Excuse me, but I haven't heard hide nor hair of an apology yet, Miss Rude Alien Girl.
At least Jake is standing up for himself, but you get the feeling that this is an enthusiastic bravado that wouldn't hold up if the issue was an interpersonal one with his friends. Either way, Vriska is not backing down. She sizes Jake up, stepping forward to intimidate him.
You really want to fight? Because I get this feeling that you're whatever your planet's equivalent of
Colbait is. I hate the way that she says bait. 8-8. So awful.
I may not know what that means, but I've never once backed down from a scrum, and I'm not about to start now, chum.
Oh shit. Crab typed in the chat. Hop in VC.
Oh no, did she just miss all of it? I'm so sad. Can we go backwards? I want to redo it.
Yeah, you want to redo some of that?
Let's
think...
redo it. Let's go back. We can scroll all the way back.
I'm trying to see if we... Yeah, okay, we should have time to reread that. Okay.
Yes.
Actually, you know, I'm gonna go back from the point. Because it's gonna be easier to... Because I have like a fucked up scroll wheel, so it's gonna be faster to do this.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm kind of in the same...
Mountain lion. Okay. Oh, Crab's here. It's Vriska hours.
Because Jake was teleported to go meet Vriska.
Why was Jake teleported to go meet Vriska in his Pesterquest? Why?
So basically,
We're not sure if this is the good or bad route. Is the issue.
So basically what happens is that, like...
If Vriska's here, it's bad.
The reader is like, like, Jake has some pretty problematic friendships, so maybe, to, like, get him used to facing his problems.
Let's go meet with someone
Let's get
who's
some
good at
tough
facing their
love.
problems.
Yeah, let's get some tough love going
Tough
on.
love.
Let's meet him up with someone who's even more problematic than the friends he already fucking had. Okay,
Yes.
alright.
Hey, I mean, to be fair, Crab, if you're here for, depending on how long you're here, we'll finish Jake's and then
Not
let's go
long,
do Vriska.
and actually,
I'm kidding.
we were literally
I'm
just
kidding.
about to play D&D when I saw
Oh, alright.
hey, come read Vriska. So I'm here for as long as
let's do
this
it.
conversation lasts. So let's go.
Yeah, it should be
Awesome.
short. Okay.
Shouldn't be too long.
Oh god, that's for ants. Hold on.
Also, Makar Gaming put in the chat, because spiders need food.
Oh, that's why Vriska's here. Okay.
Oh, I guess right. We
Hey
know how.
there.
Hi, Vriska. What's she doing on this beach?
I came here looking for my stupid fish friend. Terezi and I need an explosive device for a thing, and as much as I hate to admit it, Emperor isn't back. But he's not even here. I can't even find him the one time I ever wanted. Figures, my so-called friends, leaving me to do all the work again.
This kind of self-starter energy is what Jake could really learn from. Speaking of, you start to introduce your friends to each other. But you turn to Jake. He's frozen, his fate caused an expression of shock and wonder. Maybe you should mention to your friend that mention that your friend was an alien. You keep forgetting to mention things like that. As you look at him, Jake rallies, snapping into such a ramrod posture. You half expect him to salute. He opens his mouth to speak, then shuts it. You can talk to her, you prompt. It's okay.
Yes. Righto. Holy smokes, Riffled. I'm as ruffled as a baby's bonnet to meet you, Miss Vriska. I'm poised and trembling on the lip of your pity shoot. I'm poised and trembling on the lip of your pit of knowledge, just ready to fall into the expectant abyss. I'm happy to learn whatever you can teach me. Although I must say, when my pal here intimated they had a friend who could help, I didn't expect you to be of such blue and spidery persuasion.
Of course. Why would anyone be anything else when they could be blue and spidery?
You have a solid point there, my extraterrestrial associate. I got that right the first time, and I can't do it again.
You're so bad.
I hope you'll pardon my candor, but a real gentleman doesn't hide from the truth. You may be the coolest girl I've ever seen in my entire life. Clears throat nervously, hoping he didn't overstep.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised to hear it. Feel free to keep listing things that are awesome about.
Despite his professed admiration for Vriska, however, Jake isn't listening.
Hang on, wait. Technically, the only other girl I've seen was my grandma, but you know what I mean. It's kind of disrespectful to refer to one's own grandmother as a girl, so I didn't mean her. So fun.
I love this stupid boy. He's so dumb.
Gosh, I seem to be rambling. Well, I hope this is a radiant exemplar of the kind of being true to myself I hope to cultivate as a regular habit from here on out. I think it could be very brave to just keep being yourself even when things feel off. Don't you think so?
Oh, wow. There are so many things wrong with that. I don't even know where to start.
Oh, doggone it, really? This is why I need your help, Miss Vriska. I didn't see anything wrong with any of that at all. Here I am, going around thinking what I'm saying to everyone is tickety-boo, and it turns out it's all been a load of cattywampus fiddle.
Fuck.
Cattywampus Fiddle Faddle will always be my favorite.
Hey, Carkles, can I just take a moment to say that I love you?
I do too.
Cattywampus Fiddle Faddle.
God, I adore him. Oh, man. This is the nicest present anyone's ever gotten me.
She's addressing you now, ignoring Jake's question. A predatory shark smile spans her pointy face.
You must have known things were getting bad with Tav. In a different way than usual. He just kind of stopped responding in the same way. And not even because of its fakey fraud conf. He just says no good can come of talking to me. So, you brought me a new nerdy loser. This rules.
Well, that wasn't exactly what you expected. Although now that you think about it, why didn't you expect this? Pretty much anyone could have seen this coming.
Okay, to be fair, I just want to say this. You missed the conversation before because you weren't here. Vriska's track record with Paige is it's a little shoddy. Yeah. Hey.
Except Jake, of course.
I may have my little quirks and quibbles, but that doesn't mean I'm a loser. If you weren't a lady, I dare say such slanderous language would earn you one-way ticket to Fisticuffs Island. Which, now that I think about it, is more or less an appropriate moniker for my permanent residence. How do you like them, Granny Smith apples?
This is hilarious. I've never met anyone who makes me feel so good about myself. I'm so lucky. Cool.
Excuse me, but I haven't heard hide nor hair of an apology yet, Miss Rude Alien Girl.
At least Jake is standing up for himself? But you do get the feeling that this is an enthusiastic bravado that wouldn't hold up if the issue was an interpersonal one with his friends. Either way, Vriska is not backing down. She sizes Jake up, stepping forward to intimidate him.
Do you really want to fight? Because I get the feeling you're whatever your planet's equivalent pole bait is.
I'm surprised you got that first try.
Yeah, it took me like a couple reads to... Ugh.
I'm Vriska.
That's
What
fair.
do you mean?
I'm Jake, and I've been getting really good at speaking these really excessive words.
I know
may not
you
know
have,
what that
like-
means. I may not know what that means, but I've never once backed down from a scrum, and I'm not about to start now, chum.
Whoa now, you're not gonna let the two of your best friends, a category that includes all of your friends, to throw down right in front of you. Especially not after Vriska compared Jake to Tavros. Doesn't she remember the consequences of fighting Tavros? Doesn't she want things to go differently here?
Wait. What's that supposed to mean?
Oh, she's angry.
No, you didn't mean any offense. You know Vriska has been through a lot. Her past mistakes should be viewed with that context. But you know Vriska didn't mean to hurt Tavros as much as she did, right? Vriska's no longer having fun. She's turned to you, and now her mouth is set into line, fists clenching at her side. You remember how magical it seemed to have earned her friendship, and now, easily, Vriska can lash out whenever she thinks her friends have turned on her.
You think you know what went down between me and Tavros? Tavros was almost as pathetic as this guy. I was trying to help him get stronger. But every time I did, he just folded like a loser. He barely even tried to fight back. He was too scared and wimpy. And everyone always gets mad at me for pushing him. But that's what our planet is going to do to him. If he doesn't get stronger, he'll die. Trying to protect him from danger now is just letting that happen later. I would even say I'm the only one who's ever really cared about him. At least I tried to help him shape up.
You almost forgot Jake is here. But at this, he makes an
indignant noise.
Indignant.
God, you guys are good at words. Fuck. An indignant noise. You turn to see that his anger and distress has racked up several notches.
Well, pardon me for my... Well, pardon me, Spider Smurf Fed, but it doesn't sound like you're much of a friend at all.
Oh god, you nudge Jake, trying to let him know that Vriska can be a little scary, and it might not be best to push her on this. But Jake isn't listening.
No matter how much you might think you're doing this fellow a favor, from what you've said, he was really scared and sad. And I'm sorry, but that doesn't make someone stronger. It just makes him scared. Even if you think it was good for him, or if... even... It's easy words that mess me up now. Even if you think it's good for him, or even if he said it's what he wanted.
God, this really is just like encapsulating fucking Vriskors. Jesus Christ.
It is. This is just
Like,
full
maybe when he
Vriska.
was talking about having a fighting partner, what he really wanted was companionship due to being alone all the time. And to be totally candid, it's hard to believe you didn't know that. Which means it really is more about what you want than what's best for him, even though you keep saying it's what's best for him, which is what makes it really hard to argue. Anyway, if you ask me, you're a rotten friend. I don't think I want you to be one of mine after all.
Whoa. Before Vriska can respond and almost inevitably make things worse, you cut her off. Enough is enough. You tell her that you're sorry for making assumptions. You know that she was doing the best she could with the raw deal she was given in this culture. You offer her a quick thank you for this hellish social interaction, and ask for some time alone with your insipid friend here. Vriska still looks annoyed, and there's a moment where you're scared that she won't let it go, but she does, stepping back and rearranging her facial expressions to apathy. You guess pushing it would be admitting that she cares about your opinion of her.
Whatever. Talk to you later, nerd.
After she leaves,
I
you
have
put
to Sorry, I just want to ask, hey, so Crab Mom, did you ever listen to the I'm English thing on SleepySouls?
You know, I did, and like Cyber showed me the progress for it and everything too. It was all just fantastic, and I love you. I've been meaning to like drop you a message and be like, strong work, my friend. You know what I mean? I've been a busy bit.
If you want to know how the timing behind that, he messaged me like, man, we got to do a cover of I'm English. I ran up to my microphone. 20 minutes later, he had a 6-minute recording of almost every line done right.
Yeah, I think literally in order to get it
he
done.
absolutely told me.
Yeah, I think to
That
get
was like
it
the
done.
quickest thing y'all have ever cranked out together.
Hi. Yeah, it usually takes me even longer. I think I still have a comic I need to record for Cyber. Be
I
honest.
have some Cardcat stuff I need to do. I think there's also some Hive Swap stuff. I've been busy auditioning for things that are coming up really soon. By the way, I auditioned for like the epilogues thing. Cyber, did you see that in the like Let's Read Hive Swap chat? The epilogues casting
think
call?
I did.
There's
Yeah,
an
I didn't
epilogue
audition
casting
yet.
call.
I auditioned. Y'all are both gonna be excited because you both stand me, but I got Jane.
Nice.
Yo.
Like my first time getting Jane for anything, and I'm really excited.
I auditioned for the Homestuck 2 thing for Voft because I needed to audition, and I got Harry Anderson.
Nice. I feel
Because
like you'd
I
be a
need
good
it.
Harry Anderson.
Harry Anderson, you're my son.
Yeah.
Harry Anderson is my baby boy, and I love him so
Hi.
much.
I literally so hi, I am that, but I have done a lot of voices. We need to talk sometime soon, crap.
Yes,
It has been a long.
please.
I have.
Let's catch
My
up.
voice
Slide
has
me a
gotten a
DM.
lot better. My voice has changed a lot. I also do a Mikon voice and a Monokuma.
I've heard your
Sorry.
Monokuma. Yeah, your Monokuma is very good.
You-
I used to do a Monokuma, and then someone told me I sounded like Timmy Turner, and I cried for like a week, deleted my files, and never did.
Oh.
Timmy Turner's
So
a
it's
killer
fine.
Monokuma, though. I feel like that'd be an amazing Monokuma voice.
I had a lot of fun doing the Monokuma voice, but like I realized that nobody was
I would
fast
love
with
it.
that,
Crab.
and nobody liked it, so like I dropped it.
Crab.
What?
Crap.
What?
Hmm.
So, you know how, like, me and Carkles, we pumped out a song. Would you be interested in maybe doing a song for the channel?
Depends on which song you're asking me to do, Cyber.
It's gonna
Not
be blah, 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 blah,
Carkalicious.
blah, blah. It's gonna be blah 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 blah. Shut your mouth. Just shut your rapper's gape hole. It's gonna be that one. I know for a fact it's gonna be that one.
Wait, I don't think I've ever. Wait, oh my god, I haven't heard that one in forever. I can't
haven't
remember
heard-
even how that one goes. I haven't heard it in a long. Wow, that really makes you think.
You know what?
Find
you
me
know
a
what's
a
song,
bitch.
we'll hash out a fucking parody for it, but I'll absolutely sing something. For you, if
You know
you
what
want
sounds
me
like
to.
a lot of fun that we could do in this server?
Hmm.
The starships, alpha starships.
Maybe.
I don't think I'm cool enough for that, but
I think you're.
I feel like we should do our own thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
We can make
God,
our
if
own.
we could make our own.
Okay,
I'm
to be-
very good at bastardizing.
I mean, if
In
we
that
could
way,
write
but, like,
something.
I am too. I'm gonna be
Literally
honest,
send me fucking songs, then I can probably make you a parody.
Hey,
I can
don't
write
worry.
you some lyrics.
Crab and I working together could probably make a killer parody because I used to write fucking stupid Minecraft parodies when I was younger.
God, same.
I used to write parodies all the time when I was
Me
a kid.
too.
I had whole notebooks full of them. I wrote parodies, I wrote poetry. I very recently wrote an original song about Gamzee. We don't talk about that. Anyway.
Crab, you really are Sir Paz. You just got that Weird Al energy, you know?
Thank
The thing is,
you.
I wrote a
Cyber,
lot
did
of
you hear my
parodies.
song?
Yes, you sent that to me.
I remember I wrote a parody for CK. He never ended up going with it, and I don't know where the file is, so I don't know where it is. But I ended up writing a parody for CK.
Sick.
Actually,
I
Oh
haven't-
my god,
haven't
it's
talked-
been years.
actually,
I have not talked
Yeah,
to CK.
no, he doesn't talk to me. Yeah, we don't.
Yeah, CK doesn't talk to me either.
I have a question for y'all. Since now we're
Yeah.
gonna
Sure.
start doing vast error stuff for the channel. Do you
Sick,
think?
sick.
Do you think you guys would be down to maybe voice some of the vast error Pesterquest style games Snowbound
Yes.
Blood?
I will voice
Yes.
anything you throw at me, Cyber. You know this. We have worked
Yeah,
together for
I'm-
how many years now?
I am.
Oh
the
fuck,
same
you're
way
right.
in
Yeah, we've
real-
been doing shit for 3 years.
3?
Has it been
I've known
3?
you Cyber for about 2 years.
Almost 3.
And I've known you Cyber for about 2 years, and you know that I will
Since
literally
spring
voice
of
whatever-
2017?
It's really sad to hear that because
So
I think
3
when I
years.
first started,
Almost.
I think it's been about 3 years since I first started voice acting.
That's weird. Time's a bitch.
Yeah,
Time is a bitch. But we can make
I started
time.
with voice acting in I think it was October 2017 as my first role I got casted.
Hey Robin. Yeah,
Robin.
we're currently streaming the Jake Pesterquest route, and Vriska shows up. That was crazy. Let's actually try to get through the rest of this route.
Yeah.
After she leaves, you put a comforting hand on Jake's shoulder. They got pretty raw, huh? It kind of seemed like an end there. He wasn't talking about Vriska at all. There was someone else he wanted to say all that stuff to.
Oh.
Huh? No, this has nothing to do with me. It was about some weird alien situation.
You gently suggest that this might be one of those situations where the two of you were talking about earlier, where Jake is suppressing his truth because it's inconvenient to acknowledge. Doesn't it bear some slight resemblance to a situation with his own friend group? Jake averts his gaze, clearly uncomfortable.
No way. All my friends are best in show. And even what you're implying was true. It's different when it's your friends. A man can't get by without his bros, so sometimes he has to make allowances. Certain, let's say, eccentricities are just what you have to put up with when best friends are involved. Eccentricities. Same difference. Shut up.
I know. You're doing great, sweetie.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You're allowed to hold your friends accountable. This is weapons-grade interpersonal truth that you're spouting. But Jake doesn't look enlightened. Instead, he's growing red in the face with indignance.
What would you know about it anyway? Not to be rude, but it's a very personal situation between a fella and his buddies. I don't think I appreciate what you're implying.
Actually, Robin, we got the first bad ending, which is that you get the brobot kicks you into ribs, and then you're bleeding out in the jungle
And
full
then
of
you die.
monsters.
Yeah, so you die.
Oh, that sounds lovely. Anyway, is there any more Vriska in this, do you know?
I have
don't
no
think
idea.
so. I think
Because if there's not any more Vriska, I probably,
I think this is all the Vriska we're gonna get, as it seems
We
like
didn't
it's
know
coming to
Vriska
an
was in
end.
here in the first
yeah,
place.
Yeah.
that's all the Vriska you're gonna get.
So, how unfortunate.
Your Vriska is killer.
say
I'm
hi.
sorry.
I love your Vriska.
Your Vriska's amazing.
Come say hi. Sorry, my husband is listening on the other.
Oh.
Hi,
Hi, guys.
Mads.
Hi.
Because I have the one earbud in speak here, and I
I
just
love-
popped the other one.
Oh.
That's amazing.
You don't want to get frustrated, but Jake did ask for your help. Those two came here because you were going to face up to the hard truth about Jake's life. Doesn't Jake want to do that?
Well, of course I do. I'm ready to take a hard look in the old rum pepper, don't you doubt it.
Pepper.
It's...
I'm gonna go now, guys.
Alright,
See ya.
thank you so much, Crab.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
No prob.
Bye.
Anytime. Literally just at me. Bye.
Or we'll at you again if it happens. It's just that when it comes to my friends, I didn't think you were saying any of them were bad. I thought you were encouraging me to take things in a more forthright direction because, well... Tucks at Colin nervously. Because of their feelings towards me? Gosh, it sounds stupid when I say it like that. I hope you know I'm not some kind of pompous braggadocio, making doubt myself to be some slick Casanova type. I'm probably just making it up. I'm the kind of guy who gets confused easily, especially with the number of concussions I've sustained over the years. A real biff-witted bozo, that's me. But more than once I've gotten an inkling that some of my friends might be giving me the old eagle eye, firing up the courting maneuvers, if you get my drift. So when you said things weren't right between me and my friends, that's sort of where I thought the personal change trade was heading. An impression only further bolstered when you proceeded to introduce me to your blue arachnid-themed friend. I figured you remembered my sapphire sirens from my room.
Sapphire Sirens.
And, you know, Neytiri and all that.
Plug the thing we did.
Plug the video. Plug the video. Ah, Neytiri. It was a sweet gesture, although... It was a sweet gesture, although, just so you're aware, she's a little too young for me to take that kind of interest. Oh, at least they acknowledge it.
Yeah, they acknowledge she's 13, okay.
Okay. I appreciate the thought, though just some constructive criticism for next time.
Now that you're... Fuck, I wasn't expecting them to bring that up. Okay.
I wasn't expecting him to bring up that she's like 13.
Now you're tempted yourself to say aloud some kind of goofy RP action indicating your embarrassment. You don't though, because it sounds stupid when Jake does that. Jeez, this is a mess. This kid has issues on issues. When you think you put your finger on one, it slides away to reveal 3 more. You're playing personal growth whack-a-mole over here, but you gamely draw yourself up and plunge onward, determined. Okay, you tell Jake. So, if that's what he thought you were going to talk about, let's talk about it. How does it make him feel, thinking his friends are all attracted to him? What does he plan to do about it?
Oh, you know, every time I think of all that malarkey will work itself out over time. I figure I'll wait until someone brings it up and just go along with what they think we should do.
Really? That's a strategy? It seems remarkably lackadaisical, and it gives you that stinking feeling again about what's in store for the future, Jake. Does he actually return any of those feelings?
Sure I do. My friends are the cat's pajamas. I don't mind saying I really love them.
Right, of course, but is there any one of them he feels differently about? What would he say if, for example, Jane asked him out?
I'd say yes, of course. How could I say no to a top Sheba like Janie? She's smart as a whip with a mug to match.
Alright, what about Roxy?
A fella would have to be daft as a doorknob to turn down Roxy. She's a genius tech hacker spy in all my favorite movies.
And Strider?
Are you kidding? Strider's my best bro in the world, and a mighty strapping gent if I were to get into it. I can't think of any reason to say no to a proposition like that from my best bud.
The way Jake conceives of things is far enough off from your own viewpoint. You can't help feeling like you're passing by each other without really connecting. For example, he doesn't have any reason to say no to a friend asking him out. It comes down to his feelings. Does he really have strong feelings for any of those people? Like, stronger feelings than he has for Neytiri.
Whoa, hey now, that's really not fair. Neytiri is the perfect woman.
No, you insist. It is fair. If someone has feelings for him, he should not be with them unless he has stronger feelings for that of a real flesh and blood person than he does for a poster of Neytiri. It's important.
Well, huh. If you put it that way, I don't know if I've ever had feelings like that. I don't even know if I'm capable of those kinds of feelings.
If that's the case, then he needs to be prepared to tell his friends that. It's not like he has to have these conversations now, but someday the feelings his friends have need to be addressed, and he needs to be ready to turn them down. He needs to make these decisions. He can't just wait for things to resolve on their own and deal with the consequences later.
Huh. Wow.
He doesn't sound nearly as excited about personal growth as he did before. He just sounds dejected.
I must say, you've given me a lot to think about.
That's a good thing. You remind him he's learning important things.
Well, sorry, but a lot of people tell me it's important for me to learn various. And for sure, sometimes they're right. I've never assumed the image of a chap who knows everything. But you've also been telling me I can stand up for myself sometimes, make my own decisions about what's right instead of letting other people tell me how to live. And I just don't think I agree with you on this.
He sneaks a guilty look at you from under his sad, bowed head.
What I mean is, I like making my pals happy. Even if I'm not always sure about if I want the things they want, I can't imagine the consequences could really be that bad. I think that in matters of the heart, I'm just fine going with the flow. No offense, but the way you're advocating I go about it seems hard and sad. I don't want to hurt people. I really think it's best if I just sit back and see how things work out. And if someone asks me to do something, I might as well try it. That's just the kind of adventure boy I am.
You want to respect Jake's choices, but you can't help with the exasperation rising up in you. Sure, he can decide how he wants to conduct his friendships, but the approach he's talking about is fairly unhealthy. If he really wants to do the right by his friends, he has to be honest with them, and with himself. Otherwise, it's not fair to anyone.
Is it bad this is the first time I've noticed he's wearing a blazer?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying, but if you want my 100% bona fide opinion, I don't think I can do that. I guess we had different ideas about what we were getting into with this.
He can do it, though. All he has to do is try. Jake is shaking his head.
I'm sorry. I know you were really trying to help, but I'm sure you're an excellent compadre, just like Spider-Girl said. But this isn't working for me. Maybe you should just take me home now? I can figure out some way to deal with the robot.
He's still well below the average Jake level of energy. You can see that you really affected him, but you're far from confident that your intervention is going to make any difference in the long run. Despite his seeming earnestness, you guess Jake wasn't ready for the change that he thought he was. Wait a fucking second, is this a bad end? The horrible powerless threatens to overwhelm you, all at once. It makes you furious. This isn't fair. Jake gave you a choice between two options, and you chose to help him in the face of his problems. You know that was the right choice. You didn't do anything wrong. You were kind and patient, and you talked to him sincerely and pushed him in the right direction. You deserve a good end. You deserve to save him. But you can tell Jake is emotionally closing up. You're willing to bet the conversation the two of you just had amongst the most candid of his life, and he isn't ready for another. You want so badly to help him. You know exactly the changes that he needs to make, but he can't make those changes for him. He needs to do it for himself, and he's just not ready. Maybe he'll never be. You hate this. You hate Jake. You hate yourself. Making people's lives better is the one thing that you've given your piecemeal existence in any meaning. He's taking this away from you. His stupid inability to face his issues is ruining your life. You linger as long as you can, but eventually you have to do it. You gotta take the L. Damn. This end card artwork is really nice, though.
It is very nice. I love how angry he is. Like, God damn it. Alright, let's get to the good end.
Yeah, I knew that had to be the bad end. It's like, it seems a little too optimistic and positive.
It went so long, I was so hoping it'd be the good end.
Do not. When you're about to say yes, every part of you is straining to say yes and fulfill your life's purpose. Your real life purpose. Not like before, when you were being mind-controlled to pursue friendship on whatever shallow... What the fuck?
Whatever shallow...
You're being mind controlled to pursue a friendship on whatever shallow or unsatisfying level was possible. This desire to help, to make your mark in whatever small positive way you can wrangle, is something you've figured out for yourself. It matters. But when you're about to open your mouth, you stall. A deep existential hopelessness washes over you, a kind that you thought you were past by now. You know what? Fuck it. Yes, you care, but honestly, you're exhausted. It's too much work coaxing teens through personal revelations with the reward except the temporary abatement of your soul-level feeling of narrative relevance. You need a break. Why not give yourself a freebie? You tell Jake that you don't think he needs your help. It's enough for right now that he's realizing that there's a problem. There's no need to swallow down your personal growth pills all at once. Jake looks objectively relieved.
If I could shoot straight from the hip, that's exactly what I was hoping you'd say. I think I've done enough already, too. Phew! This has been a great talk. I feel like we were really firing on all cylinders friendship-wide.
If you were a past version of yourself, that would make you really happy. Instead, a sick feeling of guilt is poisoning your guts. You were about to touch on something real there, and you know it was wrong to pull back from it. You're not doing Jake any favors. Still, you give him a weak smile and offer him a best friend-making tool you know. Is there any faraway friends he's interested in connecting with?
Boy, howdy, what a proposition. I feel like one of those movie characters who's offered near unlimited powers out of nowhere, like Bruce Almighty, ready to lasso the moon and damn the consequences of those pesky tides. There is someone I've had a hankering to meet with for a little tete-a-tete. Remember when I regaled with you about the tale of my grandma?
Oof. You're not sure you're gonna be able to reunite this kid with his dead grandma. That seems like one of those things you wouldn't be allowed to do. Despite the supposed limitlessness of your powers, you'd probably be blocked by that weird force, the one that seems to have power that supersedes zapping anywhere in any time, place, or dimension. You don't like to think about that force too hard.
No, my stalwart chum. I've been corresponding in an epistolary fashion. I got that word right. Holy shit. Epistolary fashion with a version of my grandma when she was a young girl. My pen pal buddy Jake.
I also love that they're actually fucking acknowledging this, because it was brought up like twice in the comic, and like when they meet each other in real life, they never bring it up.
Yeah. I understand if it's asking too much, but I'd love to meet her. She's always said we'd meet someday in some roundabout confusing who's he what's fashion, and I was pleased as passel of possums to hear it. But recently she stopped replying, right in the final run-up to the vaunted finish. I've been all at a widow with worry, I don't mind telling you. You think we could take a hop, skip, and a jump over to her lodgings?
What a relief. You actually do know Jade. You can take him to Jade right now. Jake smiles a big goofy grin at you. You should feel happy. You tell yourself sternly, this is a good thing to do. He said himself that you're fixing a concern of his. By the yawning malaise inside you only grows. You like to think of yourself as an agent of positive change, but there you are again. Nothing but a glorified interdimensional taxi service. Whatever, who cares? At least he'll be with someone he loves. You grab Jake's hand and take him to his family. You expect a normal, novient of your zappy powers, but instead there's a sick, wrenching feeling. A kind of squeezing, like you're not the right shape for whatever you're going. It steals your breath, and then it's gone. Nervously, you open your eyes. What the fuck?
Oh no! That's the Hive Swap house! This is the Hive Swap house!
Does this have to do with how your powers are changing? Sure, you were distracted and gloomy when you zapped, but you have no idea what happened. You're not at Jade's house. Wherever you are, it feels deeply wrong. The wrongness jangles through your bones and teeth like vibrations of a jackhammer. You're not supposed to be here. You've got to get out of here. And Jake with that grimace and the zap more carefully. It's a half Harley manner.
It's the...
It's her!
Yay! Bean!
I love her. Jane... okay, like, honestly, I think when I first read Homestuck, I was kind of, like, indifferent to Jade. I'm like, I like her. But like honestly, like over time, she's really grown on me. I really like her a lot.
She was such a bean immediately as I, because I just no, when I first Jade at the beginning of Act 3, it's like oh, she's sleeping. I'm blah 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 blah. I know what you're saying. Haha, you're stupid. Oh, blah 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 blah. This is narrator talking. I'm gonna respond to you even though you're just a narrator and no one cares. I found it the funniest thing in the world.
She's a cutie.
She's adorable.
There we go. You breathe a sigh of relief, which is sadly cut short as you turn to see Jade shoving the muzzle of a rifle in your face once again. You back up, hands raised. Jade, no! It's just you, her friend. You've already been through all these wacky misunderstandings, shenanigans with firearms. Is there any... I mean, let me hit up... they want to hop in here.
Who's our Jade again?
Miss Paradox Space, but I don't know if they're available, because they're usually pretty busy.
Let's add GG. At Garbage Gothic.
Isn't GG in the server?
She is in the server.
Yeah, you can... Hit up M. Alright, let's do this.
She's gonna kill me. No context, just add it.
God, I love GG's Jade voice. So good.
I love it so much. It's so good.
Like... her first appearance was what, episode 3 of Homestuck Abridged? Or like, her like first like kind of...
I have no idea.
Major one, I guess. G seems to be usually available.
Usually.
Yeah, like the first interaction with like Jade and Carcat, like that was like one of the first like Homestuck Abridged things that I saw, and I'm like, holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, I know.
Now I can't get married. So good.
You're not even English!
You said a swear word. That means I can't get married. I feel like Jade would shoot Carcat, says Makara Gaming. Like this Jade. Jade just has some gun energy.
Gun energy.
Here,
I wonder if we'll be able to get...
Actually, let's see if Olive is available too. I hate that we're just adding people this whole time.
It's amazing though.
Oh. Oh man. But yeah, I'm really happy. It's like, oh man, we're gonna see Jake and Jade interacting.
GG's responding.
Oh, sweet, sweet.
She's joining. She's joining.
She's joining? Okay, cool, cool.
Yes.
Right. Awesome.
Hopefully she doesn't join Versailles and she actually joins the right one.
Oh, I can just drag her in.
No, I mean Versailles, like...
Oh, there we go.
She is. Hi, Jade.
Hi,
Gigi.
what's up?
Jade
So we're
on
doing-
screen.
We're doing Jake's Pesterquest thing and we need a Jade.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Alright, it's currently... Okay, yeah, you're watching it. Alright, you ready?
Sure.
Scroll back one blind so that she knows what it is.
Okay. You back up, hands raised. Jade, no! It's just you, her friend. You've already been through all these wacky misunderstanding shenanigans with firearms.
I know who it is! I just think you shouldn't be here.
I still don't know what's going on.
What? Oh, basically just us and Jake just randomly teleported into her house.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong, I appreciate everything you've done for me. And you have no idea what it meant to be able to meet my friends in person. But the last time you came here, things got dangerous. And I started to wonder if you have any idea what the consequences are of what you're doing.
Okay, there's obviously something that needs to get off her chest, and you want to hear it. But can she put the gun down? You both know she's not actually going to shoot you.
Oh, right. I guess the gun was a little over the top, but you startled me and I got really mad.
That sprite is so cute.
I
Oh
love
my
her
God.
little teeth.
Ever since you left last time, I've been thinking about what you did with me and Dave. even though Beck didn't stop you, I don't think he wanted me to be traveling around like that. I know you're a nice person and you don't mean to do anything bad, but I think it's impossible to have powers like you're being, like yours without being a little corrupted by them.
I can't see for a sec.
When you mess around in our lives, that can have serious consequences. But you always leave afterward, and you don't live out these consequences with us. It was great to meet my friends, but you know what? I would have met them anyway in the game. I can't help thinking it would have been better for things to play out like they were supposed to. So, I'm sorry, but I just don't want you interfering in my life anymore. I think it's for the good of everyone if you leave us alone from now on.
It hurts to hear, but how could you argue with that? You tell Jade that you don't want to do anything that makes her uncomfortable. There's just like one little thing that you maybe already did. You gesture to Jake. He's huddled behind you, clearly having second thoughts about this. Maybe it's the gun, but then again, Jake is pretty comfortable around guns. Probably it's just the fear of mortifying ordeal of being known.
Who the fuck are you?
You watch as he clears his throat and fidgets his hands, twitching his sides before he's thinking about hanging onto his guns for comfort.
I'm your grandson?
Jake?
That's me.
You know, the dogs in the background is really immersive.
Yeah,
Just pretend it's Beck. It's just Beck in the background.
It's Beck. You're good.
Jade bursts into tears. She flings herself and throws her arms around Jake.
Oh jeez. Okay, I know I just said I didn't want any interferences, but this isn't fair. I can't believe you're here!
When they pull apart, Jake's eyes are watery as well. He's taller than Jade, being a few years older, but from the shy way he looks at her, you can tell he still sees her as an authority figure here. You can suddenly see how much Jake must have admired his grandmother. Fine, you're still in a mood, but this is heartwarming as hell. You intentionally tune the conversation a little as Jade and Jake gush at each other. It just seems really private. They're family after all. You don't have any place in this conversation, which only adds to your frustrated feeling of being help blocked. It's great that this is making Jade and Jake so happy, but it really has nothing to do with you at all.
Oh god.
I guess I can't really give you the tour since he grew up in the same place as me. But maybe we can take advantage of this opportunity. We both grew up alone, right? Isn't there anything you always wanted to do but you couldn't do it with only one person?
Holy hell, Jade, that's a rip snorter of an idea. You've got a splendiferous mind up in that noggin of yours.
Aww. It's weirding me out how much you sound like my grandpa. It's making me miss him too. But I'm really happy I get to spend time with you.
Me too! As to your question, there's one thing that comes to the forefront of the old think tank. You know how it is being a kid alone in your room on a godforsaken island in the middle of a bumfuck nowhere. You start to entertain all kinds of fancies.
Of course!
Oh, that's right, so cute! Ah. Well, there's this cosplay I've been trying to make work for years. I'm not a cosplay, and I haven't had anyone to help me bring my vision to life. Is that the kind of activity you'd be suited for?
OMG, I would have loved that!
This is really cute.
It's so adorable!
This is the fucking food for my soul. Holy shit.
I might
Some good
do Jake's
food.
What's the character?
only the best, bravest archaeologist slash adventurer of all time, Lara Croft.
Oh, wow. So, you want to be a sexy Tomb Raider? I think I'll have to stop picturing you as my grandpa. But I would love to help out with that.
To be frank, Jade, I don't really care. To be frank, Jade, I don't really think of Miss Croft as sexy. Oh, I know some mannerly rogues like to comment on the size of her bazoombas. But from where I'm sitting, she is a consummate professional.
Good God.
Such a gentleman.
Bazoombas.
Bazoombas.
Zaboomafoo.
Dude, Jake is the ultimate gentleman. He does not care for a
What
woman's
was-
bazoombas.
Catty want fiddle fuddle?
Catty what fiddle fuddle.
Catty want fiddle faddle.
Ahangara donkos.
Oh, you missed it earlier. We had Crab and we were doing Jake and Vriska because Vriska's in Jake's route too.
So good.
It's so good. I just admire her moxie.
Oh, sorry. I was just making an assumption based on her outfit, I guess. That was really rude of me.
To tell you the truth, I've never seen anything sexy about shorts. I aspire to the freedom Laura's thighs get to experience every day. I think it's a beautiful dream. How is anyone supposed to take me seriously without any fucking pants? A man can wear shorts without wanting everyone to get all randied up. You know what I mean?
Short shorts.
Short shorts. I didn't
Of
see
course
that.
he can.
But what about you, my juvenile grandma friend? This can't be a cosplay party for yours truly alone. Is there anyone you've been wanting to inhabit the garments of? That's so fucking wrong.
Not really. But it would be fun to make a costume for me too. I could. What? How do I?
Oh,
Cox-
coxcomb.
Coxcomb. Coxcomb.
Coxcomb.
I could be Mr. Coxcomb. He's one of my favorite Manthro chap.
I don't know what the.
Oh, that's like her little furry plushes that she has at in Act 3, with like the mustaches. Manthro chaps. Jade turns to you. Her demeanor towards you is considerably softened.
Hey, I'm sorry I was so mad earlier. Honestly, I was scared of what you were doing. It really shook me up to find myself on an alien planet. It felt like we shouldn't be doing it. But I shouldn't have taken it out on you. I know your powers aren't your fault. Do you want to join us? We can make a costume for you too.
Oh yes, please do. Jade, this specimen right here has been nothing but absolutely fantabulous friend to me. All along. I just made that really choppy.
Have you? Have you? All you did was throw him along a little inner timeline jaunt. You don't feel like you've done Jake much good. You aren't really friends with Jake, or you're just piggybacking off of his facilitating his friendship with Jade. It's fine, you guess. Things are going fine. Even well, but it feels unsatisfying. No real nutritional value. You don't feel good about what you've done, but you guess it might as well be a cool costume out of it. You tell Jake and Jade you know exactly who you want to dress like. The three of you set off to work together. Aww.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh my god,
I love it.
that's amazing.
That's great.
Okay, but can I mention
Amazing.
one thing? Okay, so before you got here, they teleported. They were trying to teleport to Jade's house, but they messed up once. They went from Jake's house into the Hive Swap house, and it was I freaked out. They ended up in the Hive Swap house. It was amazing.
The only reason I didn't freak out is because I was spoiled about that on like Twitter, and I tried to like keep my cool.
I freaked out about it.
It was fucking cool though.
But I love that on the right. But now we do know that the what is it? What is it? Yeah, not only Hive Swap, like they can travel to that, so that could be a fun little thing that they can do in the future if they do anything with Pesterquest and that.
Yeah.
But
you know they could do like
now
a-
through this route we know they probably was revealed in earlier routes, but this is the first time I've seen it that Hive Swap and this Pesterquest and Hive Swap Friend Sim are very much talked to about by the same person.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a direct sequel to Friend Sim.
Yeah, it's a very much direct sequel. Even though at the beginning of this game, it's like, oh yeah, you just got the powers to do this.
Yeah, because like from what I remember, basically at the end he like gets this kind of memory wipe, so he doesn't like fully understand everything. He doesn't remember the trolls he met. So
But
it's-
he seems to though right now.
yeah,
'Cause he was like, oh yeah, he was talking about those.
I believe at the end of the troll bit, he remembers all of his friends again, and he understands his powers again.
Ah, makes sense.
So now that we're on the Alpha Kids, he has like kind of full control of everything.
Even though he doesn't.
Yes. Oh man, but yeah, this is really fun. All right, I thought it was pretty neat. I liked this a lot. This was fun.
Thanks for coming on such short notice.
It's fine. I wasn't really doing anything.
We did the same thing for Crab Mom. Don't worry, you weren't the lead pulled in.
I just feel bad that this was all on very like short notice, but yes, thank you so
It's
much.
fine.
We didn't know that Jade or that Vriska were in this route. So.
Also, if you want to hear Gigi's incredible Jade voice, go watch Homestuck Abridged. It's really great.
You should. It's very good, and I edited all turning abound. It's very funny.
And if you want to hear me rap in an Equius voice, I'm also there.
He did a really good job.
Yeah, if you want to hear Karkle's rapping even more, go over there.
was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't know if you've paid attention to the SleepySouls channels, Gigi, but I'm English on this channel.
Oh yeah, I saw.
Yeah. Apparently people liked it, which I'm kind of surprised about because
I'm glad.
most of that was recorded. Most of
You
that was
deserve
recorded in the span of about 10 minutes after he told me that he wanted me to record it. But yeah, it took me 10 minutes to record all but one line of that.
So I guess since this is the good end and we already did the bad end, I guess this should be the end for the stream today. Thanks for everyone in the chat for your awesome input and for watching. Really appreciate it. And I hope to join you on another Pesterquest stream. Bye bye.
Yay! Bye-bye.
Bye.
Farewell.